Live.
Live from UTD.
UT Dallas.
Great memories here, man.
Yeah, a lot of different memories. 4 years of our lives here.
A lot of studying,
Yeah.
a lot of hanging out with people and exploring in our youth days.
Yeah. It's forever like cemented in our history, in our individual history, this place. Yeah, and we're still coming here.
Keep it a secret. Shh.
Yeah.
Nobody
Don't tell
knows.
nobody. It's between us, all right, guys.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, current news. What's currently happening?
Dude, I don't really keep up with the news. I know I should, but I don't. But I know a guy who does.
Thang.
Dang-a-lang.
He always knows. He's not here, so
Yeah.
we're going to call him real quick. Let's see if he picks up.
Let's see. This is something new we're testing out.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's good, bro? Good, man. How are you?
Good. I'm here with Leeson.
What it do?
What up, what up, what up?
What's up? Hey, man, so we have a question. We're doing the intro right now,
Uh-huh.
and we want to talk about a current event, but we don't really keep up with current events. So just curious to know if you know anything that's happening.
Dude, good question, man. Current events. Let me open up Reddit real quick.
Yeah, dude, like current shows, sports.
Yeah. So, do you guys have anything in mind so far?
Not really.
Yeah.
We're hoping to get some guidance from you.
Bro, what about the Galactic Federation?
What's the Galactic Federation?
Remember the article from Rogan yesterday?
Oh, about life in space?
Life in Space. What do you think about that one?
I mean, if you guys talk about it, then by all means, bro. I think that's an interesting topic.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can play around with it. Is there another
Yeah.
thing that you have in mind, like a second option?
Let me see. What about Tesla doing pretty well?
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're doing solid. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we can work with that, man.
I'm not sure about anything else. Haven't really kept up with the news. I mean, like, dude, talk about that first lady who got the vaccine in the UK.
Oh, when was that?
I think that was either this morning or like yesterday, so it's pretty recent.
Okay.
That's the most recent news I heard.
Nice. That should be a good one, too. Okay, we took some notes, man. We'll
Yeah.
get it going and just let you know once we're done.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah.
Dude, good luck. Yeah.
Appreciate
Let me
you.
know if you guys have any question while like setting up the camera, like the sound system and everything.
Okay. Dude, we got it down.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We
Dude, you guys are
appreciate you.
technical wizards too.
Dude, it's all because of you, man. Thanks for teaching us.
No, bro, it's not you. I didn't even touch the bar.
Thanks a lot, man. We love you.
Appreciate you.
Hey, I love you guys, man. Good luck.
All right.
Awesome. Have a good night, man.
You too.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
Enjoy, boys. See ya.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Okay.
So 92-year-old lady from UK got the first vaccine, or one of the first ones.
Man, that's big. It's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thankfully, man. Hopefully this means, things kind of go back to normal.
Yeah. Are you going to take it if we're able to have that option?
Yeah, so Nandini, my girlfriend, is in the medical field.
Okay.
So she's going to be one of the first ones getting it. So I think depending on how that goes.
Just first see how that goes and
Yeah.
then see if you want to
I think I will, though. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I took my first flu shot this year in 27 years.
Mine
Took
was,
me a minute.
yeah, mine was last year. So, yeah, I'm right there with you.
Damn.
Yeah. They're going to be like, these are anti-vaccine people.
Man.
But we're not. We're not. We believe in science.
We do.
Yes.
And if it makes sense, we'll take it.
Yeah.
So that was the first topic. Then he mentioned Tesla.
Tesla. Are you investing in Tesla?
I am.
Nice.
And it's going well.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know much about stocks, to be honest.
Yeah.
I started to get more into it about 7 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I just see that it's going up. So, I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep pumping money in there. As
Yeah.
it going up. Dude, same here. I don't know much about it either. I just know that it's a game that is being played,
Mm-hmm.
and it can make you, it can build a solid foundation for the rest of your life. So I'm trying to play in that game
Yeah,
and
100%.
figure it out. Yeah.
Shout out to EYL.
Earn your leisure. We're trying to be earners, bro.
We're trying to be earners.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that show, check it out. They have a podcast too. They drop some knowledge with personal finance. And for us, well, at least for me, I never saw that with the people close to me. So it's just a matter of educating myself in order to learn more about it.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. I mean, the information that they're dropping is just gold. They're talking about like investments, real estate, stock market, side business, just trying to make sure that you're not dependent on just one paycheck.
Yeah.
Right? So really good life lessons there. Check it out. EYL, YouTube, Spotify, all that. Check us out too.
Check us
Secret
out.
Sauce Podcast. YouTube, Spotify, all that.
All the above.
All the above, yeah.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, bro.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say in some YouTube videos, they'll be like, make sure to smash this button right here,
Uh-huh.
and they'll like do the hand motion, and the video will pop up.
Dude, let's do it.
Let's do it. You can go for it, bro.
Make sure you smash the like button, and then we'll make some edits.
Yeah, Thang will make some edits.
Thang.
They got us. Yeah, but please make sure you like and subscribe. Drop some comments in there. Let us know how things are going.
Give us some feedback.
Yeah,
Super helpful.
yeah. Continuous improvement. Speaking of continuous improvement,
Ooh,
Thang-a-lang.
Thang-a-lang. Episode 6.
Episode 6. He's big on continuous improvement, and he also knows a lot about a lot of things. He can like get into it and figure it out.
Yeah, he has a lot of topics that he likes, and in this episode, he goes a little deeper with each one.
Mm-hmm.
He's into exploring, and you get to learn from his childhood how he started exploring, and then as he starts to get older with video games, and then after that, traveling the world.
Mm-hmm. He's an interesting guy.
He
Super
is.
charismatic. People love him.
It's the smile, man.
It's the smile.
It's the hair.
It's the hair, bro. It's the personality. It's everything.
He has everything. He's smart.
It's the tattoos.
Tattoos. Chef de partie.
Chef de partie, bro. Life of the party,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, so check this episode out. Let us know what you think. Young Thang.
Check it out. Episode 6, Thang-a-lang, one of the Momo Boyz, and he shares a lot. Like a lot.
A lot.
Dude, some of the stories that he dropped, that was my first time listening to those stories.
Mm-hmm.
And we've known Thang for a while now.
Yeah. So how long have you known him? Total years?
I believe 17 years.
17 years. Wow.
It's a long time.
That's wild.
What about you?
9.
9?
2011. Yeah, so 9.
It's a long time too, man.
Yeah.
Met him here, UTD.
UT Dallas, freshman orientation.
Ooh. Yeah, he talks about the story of how he met you,
Mhm.
and then how he also changed his life because of a moment with you when you gave him a flyer.
Yeah. A flyer. You got to find out as you listen to this episode. But the gist of it is, asked him to go to this event together. And that in a way changed the trajectory of our lives. So pretty big moment. And to me, it was something when he brought it up, it rang the bell again. But I had completely forgotten about it. But it was like one of the, I guess, closest moments for him of UTD.
It's a big moment for
Yeah.
sure. When he said flyer, I thought it was like to go to Clutch Bar or something.
Club 17, bro.
But no, it was a business fraternity.
Business fraternity, yeah. So, all about business, you know.
Business.
Business, all about business. Yeah,
Big moment for
big
sure.
moment. You had one too, dude.
Yeah, he mentioned a moment when apparently I sent him a text saying, Thang, you need to focus. And I don't remember sending that text, but hey, he remembers it, and I'm glad he helped out.
Yeah,
A lot of those key moments.
everything happens for a reason, bro.
The stars aligned,
The stars align,
just manifested to the universe, man.
100%. Manifestation is real as fuck.
Dude.
AF.
We've seen it.
Yeah.
You hear about it, and you're like, I don't know. But then you start seeing it. Something special.
Yeah,
Very special, like this episode.
like this episode with Thang.
Bang Lang 93.
Yeah,
Check it out.
episode 6
That was pretty good.
in the books.
We did
Yeah.
it.
Boom.
Thang did it. Peace.
All right, we are live.
Episode 6.
Episode 6 in the making.
December 6th, 2020.
Wow, 6/6,
6/6/20.
6/6/20,
12/6/20.
12/6/20. Yeah. What did we do yesterday? Yesterday was the last pickup of 2020.
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
It was.
Mom was at home.
I was at home.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. It was a good time. Like we sat up right outside of Leeson's house with a table, the
Yeah.
classic table with the table cover,
Mhm.
table
Yeah.
cover, and the Momo Shack logo. You know,
Mhm.
got a classic sign, honk if you want momos,
Yeah.
and people were driving up.
Yeah.
They didn't honk, but
Some of
still-
'em.
Yeah,
Some
some
of
of
'em.
them.
Yeah, like
some
two,
of 'em,
three
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
They honked.
When-
Overall, a lot of people came through. Like a lot of people.
A
Came through.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout
Shout
out
out.
to
Yeah,
them.
shout out to
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah,
Real
thank you for
MVPs.
pulling
So
up,
much.
getting
Thank you.
Momos,
Yeah.
supporting Momo Shack for
Yeah.
the past 3 years. That was huge, man.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah.
We're back next year, Feb 2021.
So early Feb is when we're thinking about rolling it out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good day.
relatively.
It was fun. How you feeling, bro?
Feeling good, bro. To be honest, I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
'Cause it's my episode, right? And you guys went before me, and y'all killed it with the story. So now I feel like I have to share my story.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
We're excited for you, man.
Yeah.
Just letting people know who Thang is. So I feel like people see pictures, they see the IG stories, but they don't really know who the people are behind the brand. And this is a good opportunity for us to share that with everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, well said. Absolutely.
Very well said.
Yeah. Fun fact, all 3 of us moved here at the age of 10.
We did.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Young Thang. Dude. Yeah, no, I mean, so I met you back in middle school, but I never knew the story prior to that. And I'm curious, I'm sure everybody's curious to know Thang back in Vietnam. Like, you growing up as a kid with your family there.
Mm-hmm.
Can you share some of that story with everybody else?
Yeah, man, absolutely. So growing up in Vietnam, man, it was pretty great. I think we had a big community around us. You know, like we lived in this little neighborhood. All right, like we had all of our families, like relatives, distant cousins,
Mhm.
aunts and uncles. Like we all lived in the same block, so we had like a big ass community going, right? And growing up, like I was pretty well off. I think my dad, he had a cushy like VP job for some export company, and my mom was a stay-at-home mom. She didn't have to do anything besides, cook, pick the kids up, and just like do mom stuff. I have a little sister. Shout out to JB. Love you, bro. Just me and her, you know, just running around, hanging with family, hanging with friends. Life was pretty good. Like, I think I was a pretty, like, happy kid, very inquisitive.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I like to grab my bike and just, like, ride all over the neighborhood and just explore different parts of the streets, right?
Mhm.
See where this leads. I was pretty athletic. Still am, you know.
Mhm,
No, I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah, we'll
No,
see.
I'm terrible now. Yeah, pretty athletic kid. I think I was on the the elementary school track team. Yeah, I did
Oh,
high
wow.
jump. I did high jump, bro.
You did high jump?
Yeah, I did high jump.
How high did you
Yeah,
jump, bro?
6 to 9 feet.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So did a ton of track. Play soccer. I love playing soccer, and it was like street soccer. We just get like little. We didn't even have like actual balls, like soccer
Mhm.
balls with like the material, like rubber. We use like plastic soccer ball, like on the streets.
Dang, that's
Yeah,
cool, man.
Yeah.
Who were you playing with?
My classmates. Like we'd have like a lot of recess time during elementary school,
Mhm.
and we just got like, man, 10 to 15 people. Just go out in the street and just start kicking it.
Man.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty fun, man.
Yeah.
A little pickup game.
Pickup game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as a kid, like I just played sports with a lot of people, and just went exploring a lot. You know, went to the park with my grandpa, and just overall enjoying Vietnam very much.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. No, but everything changed when we got the news that my uncle did all the paperwork for our family to go to the U.S. So
Mhm.
my uncle, my dad's older brother, right? He came to the U.S. In the early 80s as part of the refugees from the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he went to college, became a citizen, and eventually submitted all the paperwork to get my dad and our family over. So we got those news around 2003-ish,
Mm-hmm.
2004, and everything just moved super quick after that.
Do you
Like-
remember how you were feeling at that time when you found out about the news?
Vaguely, I just remember being very disappointed.
Mm.
Right? I think it was at a time where like I was in 5th grade, you know, like had all the friends that I've developed since kindergarten. Like we all stayed in the same system or same school growing up. So just had all of them together, you know, had like a tight group of friends. Like we'd all like go to birthdays, whatever.
Yeah.
And when I heard the news, like, bro, like I don't want to leave my friends.
Yeah.
Right? But it had to happen. Like sold the house real quick, and did a party, like going away party. Invited all my friends.
Mm-hmm.
It was bittersweet, and the next thing you know, bro, like we're at the airport, getting ready to leave. And I just remember everybody was crying.
Mm-hmm.
It was so
Oh,
sad.
man.
Like you leaving your everything that you know. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Your community, your language, your friends, family, like everything behind. So then that was the last thing I remember of Vietnam before we took off.
Mm. Did you know what did you think of America at that age? Like, did you think of it?
Bro, I didn't know much of it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know that I have family, like my uncle and my grandparents and my cousins. They live in America. They're Americans.
Mm-hmm.
I refer to them as Americans, right? But other than that, I didn't know anything, you know, besides Britney Spears and Backstreet
Yeah.
Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know any English, just highs and lows. But yeah, like, so I coming in to America with like that blank state of mind,
Right.
like it was just a complete culture shock for me
Yeah.
to experience America.
Dude, shout out to your parents, man. Your mom and dad. Because based on what you're describing, life was solid back in Vietnam.
Yeah. They didn't have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they decided to take that step, that leap of faith, and go to a different country without knowing much about what was going to happen. And yeah, I mean, you guys came over here and had to start from zero, right? So I think that's huge, man. Just shout out to your parents. Shout
Yeah.
out to the immigrant parents for doing that,
Yeah.
and changing our lives.
All the immigrant parents
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to them for real, because I don't see myself having a family at this age in my life and moving into a different country.
With kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
Like,
have a sister.
Yeah.
How's that relationship like back then? Like, was it you guys were pretty close back then, and then
I would say like we were close. Like we'll hang out. Yeah, we'd hang out a lot. Like honestly, like it's always been close. Like it was always been me and her, just two homies
yeah,
hanging out. You know, when parents are working. So I appreciate my parents popping out another kid for me to hang out with. So shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
Shout
Another
out.
shout out.
Yeah, another shout out.
So in Vietnam, pretty active,
Hmm.
loving the life that you had. How did that change for you when you first moved here?
Dude, so it was a complete 180 when we came here. You know, we were pretty well off in Vietnam. Coming over here, pretty much had to start from scratch, ground zero. We became, I guess, a low-income household. Parents were now, both of them were working 6 days a week, like, yeah, 8 or 9 hours a day, sometimes 10. And then money became an issue, right? It became a big stress. And they were just, I guess, so tired from working all the time. I guess they became emotionally distant as well. I guess I would say me and my sister, we grew apart from them when we came to the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember, yeah, for me growing up in Vietnam, it was, you know, like your own community and everyone like loves you and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And come over here, you're seen as the outcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whether it's like family, friends, or, you know, classmates at school, it was always like the outcast. And, you know, on top of parents being just emotionally distant, like they took care of us, bro. I can't even complain. Like I had
Mhm.
food on the table, but as a kid, bro, like you need that emotional connection with your parents. And Asian parents, like we all know, right? It's just the culture that they were raised with. So then that's all they knew,
Mm-hmm.
right? But that fact combined with the fact that, you know, I was the outcast, picked on a lot, it just led me to just do some like mischievous things
Mm-hmm.
and act out as a kid. So I remember getting into trouble pretty early on, like whenever I started puberty,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like when all the emotions and like everything coming into life, you know, my parents were, you know, working hard, not having money at all. So I didn't want to like ask them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I learned to be like independent from a young age. But it started out as like a bad independence, right?
Mhm.
Like if my parents can't give me anything, then I would start stealing things,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's my way of just like not relying on my parents and not
Mhm.
putting that stress on them, but doing it the wrong way. And I remember first time getting caught,
Oof.
bro. Like, bro, I was just fucking stealing candy
Yeah.
at Tom Thumb. Shout out to Fruit Gushers and Fruit Roll-Ups. But yeah, I got caught by the security guard. And man, they called the cops, they called my dad, they called my uncle, and it was just bad.
How old were you?
13.
Oof.
I was 13.
you were young.
I was young, bro.
You must have been scared out of your
Oh,
mind.
I was scared out of my mind, bro.
Yeah.
Like shit my pants. And yeah, I got beat after that. And from that moment on, like my parents became super strict. Like they did not let me go anywhere. So from 13 to 18, I was pretty much on lockdown, right? I remember growing up, it was just friends that I have at school. I call them classmates
Mm-hmm.
and cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I had no other friends. Like I couldn't go hang out with anyone after school or in the summer. So like I remember like the very first day, the very last days of school, when all the kids were like, "Yo, like we're gonna have so much fun this summer,"
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be like, I'll see you next year, right? And when next year comes, like you are gonna see, you're not gonna see some of your friends anymore because they move on to different classes. Some move,
Right.
Schedules change. All that.
yeah, schedule change, like school changes. So then like you lose touch with a lot of those kids. So I was never able to get like a constant friendship going.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Always changing. Didn't have anyone to like talk to really, or just to like be kids with.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So it sounds like there were a lot of restrictions.
Oh yeah, a
from
lot.
your parents.
A lot. Like we couldn't hang out with our cousins even sometimes because they were scared of me like going out and just do dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which thinking back about it, like I understand it because for them coming into like a brand new country, you don't know anything besides going to work, right? So then what your kid is potentially going out to, like that it could be a scary thing, like the unknown, right? And I looking back at it now, I understand, right? But from 13 to 18, pretty much on social isolation, I think I became a very socially inept kid. Right? Even though like, I was able to like make friends in middle school with you, and other classmates here and there, it was just I didn't have any social skills. Right?
Right. How was your experience when you started school? Like going into middle school
Yeah.
and then having that in the back of your head?
Yeah. So middle school, it was a good time actually. That was before I got in trouble.
Okay.
I remember I met you at first day ESL, and then I was friends with a lot of Mexican people because there was a lot of Mexican people in ESL, and I grew up with a lot of y'all in 6th grade to 8th grade, right? So I remember just being the pinche chino at the lunch table.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then playing soccer with a lot of Hispanic people too, and just like aquí.
That's when you started learning Spanish.
Yeah, that's
too,
when I started
man.
learning Spanish.
Trilingual.
Yeah. And then and people would start calling me Chino. I was like, bro, no, I'm Vietnamese. So I don't even know if that's a word, but just like those types of interaction, even though it's not in English, it was very beneficial for my like development.
Yeah,
right.
Your
Like
social skills.
social skills.
Yeah.
And just interacting
Making
with
friends,
people. Yeah.
Playing sports with them.
Yeah. So yeah, like middle school was great. Like I said in your episode, it was Wilson Middle School where we went to was a pretty good place, very safe place for kids to be kids. All right. And I think when we transitioned to high school, right, like everyone had different classes now. Like I was no longer friends with you.
Right.
I mean, we were friends, but we don't see each other no more.
Yeah.
Right. So that's when I had to like branch out and find my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like you're no longer in ESL, you graduated, but for me, I still saw myself as an immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
It was some sort of weird inferiority complex to where like I was super scared to make friends with Asian people because I thought they were super smart, right? Because like that stereotypical, what is that word? Stereotype?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Asians are smart. And I was like, bro, Asians are smart. I didn't see myself as an Asian. I saw myself as an immigrant.
Yeah.
You were pretty smart.
That
yeah.
we're friends
You
with,
are pretty
with
smart,
Hispanics.
Yeah. You are.
Smarter than me.
The math, I remember the middle school days, you would kill it with math. Dude, nobody could touch you with math, man.
Bro. and it's because the Vietnamese school system, they really hound it into you.
Mm-hmm.
Like math was like the number one thing that you have to be good at. It's all like memorization too. So I remember like we would have to recite things like verbatim, the multiplication table from 1 to 10 or to 12 even.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't remember it, dude, they slap you like hard. I got slapped a couple times.
Yeah.
In front of the class.
Oof.
Bro, it was straight up child abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it is in Asia, though. Like, that's how you learn. But when you ask me, like, why I'm so good at math, like, because I got beat so hard for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember it like here at UT Dallas studying for calculus. I'm not good at math, so I'm at the math lab every day for an exam. And this guy, I think we went to a math lab a few times, but I like lived there. And then you would still score higher than me. Like, damn, how?
Bro, you should ask me to teach you.
Yeah, next
Yeah.
time, bro. Next time. Yeah, so going back to high school, you were saying like sheltered in a way because of the trouble that you got in.
Mm-hmm.
And then you still felt like an immigrant,
Mm-hmm.
right? So how, I guess, did that change ever as you were moving up through high school? Or when did that change for you?
Dude, no, I think it was the same sentiment throughout high school. So I, in a way, like, still saw myself as an immigrant and couldn't really fit in with the Asian people, right? Nor all the other races too.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I remember being like the quiet kid in the back, just not talk, and that's throughout the whole like day of school. And when you go home, like I had all that energy from not talking, not doing anything, and my outlet was just video games and just watching TV.
Favorite video game back then?
Favorite video games, bro. I had a lot. I played a lot of games, man. Like I was spent years, like hours on top of hours on top of hours playing video games. So I remember it started with the Game Boy. I was playing a lot of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I was a big Pokemon fanatic. And then someone bought me the PS2.
Mm-hmm.
So I started playing that a lot too. GTA San Andreas was one of my
Yeah.
favorite. Because it was such a open world game. Like there was the first open world game that I got to experience, and not being able to go anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
and you have this world right in front of you. You can do whatever you want to do, for however long you want to do it.
Yeah.
No consequences.
All the cheat codes.
All the cheat
Bro,
codes,
cheat
bro. I
codes
went
were
fucking
clutch.
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spent so many
Unlimited
hours
ammo.
on that. Yeah. So that's PS2, and then the PS3 came out. My uncle got that for me, so that was the first time I was able to like game online. I was like, oh, bro, now I have people to play with,
Mm-hmm.
right? So then I remember playing FIFA and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, classic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I poured hours on top of hours on top of that too. That was when I really got into like open world games.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I love adventure games.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting lost in like Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, like those games, like it's like you have a character that's like created for you, and then you have all these side quests that you get to go on, like these missions.
Mm-hmm.
It was just really captivating, man. Like I poured all my energy into that because I had no friends, and whenever like in those games, like you have kind of like a crew with you. It's like, damn, okay, like I have a squad with me. Let's
Mhm.
go. So that was that pretty much throughout my high school years. Like I remember telling you guys, like I didn't have like anyone to hang out with. Like I didn't go to prom.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't even something that was on my mind,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because
Right.
I know that was gonna be a no. I mean, I thought it was gonna be a no if I asked my parents.
Mhm.
So I was just like, no, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask.
Dude,
So
So going back to the video games, I think that's pretty cool, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's a common theme within your story. Like when you were a kid, you like to explore. You go to the video games and you like to play games where you get to explore as well. And now, currently, you love to travel. You like to go camping.
yeah.
Is that like a consistent theme that you see as well, or is that something?
I think so too, man. I think I'm a very inquisitive person. Like I just enjoy figuring things out and exploring a lot of things. Yeah, like as a kid, like I take my bike and just ride all over the neighborhood. I would go to the park with my grandpa, and I think that's what really cemented that sense of exploration for me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, with these video games too, man, like I would remember the maps were so big that you would have like fast travel points, right, from one place to another place.
Mhm.
But nah, bro, like I would just hop in a car or just get on a horse, right, and just ride
Mm.
across the map and just check out the scenery. Even though I
Yeah.
know it's like virtual, but
Uh-huh.
it's just like it was just cool to check it out.
Mhm.
You know, like, oh, look at the mountains over there. Look at the river.
Mhm.
You know, so that was like I love exploring.
Yeah.
So then like once I was able to like go travel, like damn well I'm gonna go explore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Dude, so speaking of exploring, let's talk about college. Because I think college is like formative years for everybody. And that's also when we get to explore so many different things, right?
Yeah,
So how was the college experience for you at UT Dallas?
dude. So it started out kind of all right. So graduating high school, I was able to start driving now, right? Like you need a car in order to like do things. My parents are working, so they got me a car so I can go to school and then take my sister to school as well. So when I got the car, like a little bit more freedom, you know what I mean? Started just like hanging out with people more, but these people were friends from high school, so it was still like that comfort zone. Like so, some of the classmates that I had, like I guess we became better friends now that I can like hang out with them more. So like that was like the first year or so, and then during that time I was hanging out with this guy from high school as well,
Mm-hmm.
and like I was up to no good, dude. Part of a bad crew to be around,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know any better, man. Like it's just me being a young kid, very naive, and just experiencing freedom for the first time. Like, like I started going down a bad route. Like lots of drinking, discovered marijuana for the first time, and hanging out with that guy on an unfortunate night in 2013, like 2 days after the new year. We just rolling around in the car smoking like idiots, got pulled over, and I went to jail. I think first semester of sophomore year in college.
Dang, so you're what, 19?
19. So that was the beginning of my UTD years.
Mm-hmm.
And afterwards, dude, I'm very grateful for meeting you, because after what happened, I was like at the lowest point of my life. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I have no sense of direction whatsoever. And then you came around with a flyer, right? You're like, yo, bro, like, you wanna go through this? And this flyer was for AK Psi, which is a like a business co-ed fraternity.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm just like, you know what? Like, why not? I ain't got nothing else to do, bro. I don't want to go back to jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So we decided to go. And that was the first time where I had to, like, put myself out there to meet people. And it was a life-changing experience for me, dude. Like, going to that Rush event,
Mm-hmm.
we got into the business fraternity. We didn't stay there for long, but it taught us a lot about things that you can do to improve your business resume to find a job later.
Yeah.
And through that, we found like a solid group of friends, like the first group of friends that I ever had, to where I didn't feel like I'm just like a wallflower
Mm-hmm.
on a wall and just like observing. But like, this is the first time where I had genuine like human connections and like actually cared about me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that was life changing. So dude, thank you for showing me that flyer.
Thank
And
you
thanks for going with me, dude. Like, I don't think I would have went alone.
I wouldn't have went alone. That's why I asked you,
dude.
bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so that was what, sophomore year?
That was sophomore year and throughout junior year as well. That's when all of that like developed.
Mm-hmm. We're just trying to get on Daniel's level, bro, with the
Yeah.
professionalism.
Yeah, bro.
No, I remember you guys
Yeah.
were suited on Sundays.
Yeah.
Right?
Missing football,
Yeah,
bro.
and I was
Missing
like,
football.
whoa, these guys are
You
dedicated.
guys are serious.
Like suited on a Sunday, going to different workshops.
Yeah.
It seemed like a good way to learn more about the professional world.
Yeah.
And you guys were doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fun story. We I guess while we were rushing the fraternity, there was a fundraiser project that we had to do. I think we had to raise about. You remember the amount?
It was close to 700.
Yeah, 700, 750 that we needed to raise. I think all of us in the rush group were big procrastinators, and we only got like 250. We were selling cookies
Mm-hmm.
for like $250, so like $500 short, right? And that was around the same time where Daniel started his Dollar for College business, and me being the connector that I am, I told the group, I was like, yo, like I know a business guy, and he's willing to give us $500 if we want to do business with him, right? They were like, okay, all right, we're interested. And then next thing you know, like we got Daniel and the group together, and Daniel's proposition was we would have the group pass out flyers for his business in order for us to get $500 in fundraising money.
Dude, yeah, that was a fun event for sure. It was a partnership.
It was a
I
partnership.
think that's when we started learning more about it together.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I remember you reaching out. You were like, man, we're doing a fundraiser. And then we talked about it.
Yeah.
And then we were running around the neighborhoods,
Yeah.
passing out flyers.
Yeah.
But dude, yeah, that's pretty cool how that organization, AK Psi, helped you guys develop as people and how you met, more importantly, the friends during your college years.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool, man, that you took the initiative to do that. Were you looking into other things at the same time during your college years? Like, what made you get into finance?
Bro, to be honest, I never really wanted to get in finance. Like I chose business because it was a stable way to make money, right? And I knew that I needed to start making money in order to help my parents out, right? So what is the safest way for me to get money, right? So it started with accounting. I didn't really like it, but people were like, dude, accounting, you get big money. I was like, all right, I'll keep accounting, but I'll do finance as well. And then when we got into like the higher level accounting, bro, I was like, dude, this is not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped that and just became finance only. But yeah, going through it like all 4 years, man, like I don't think finance was for me. Like I get it, the math part, but overall it was just kind of like unmotivating, right? It's super strict.
Mm-hmm.
Like these are the things that you have to do formula wise, and I mean this is how numbers work. I get it, but I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I graduated with a finance degree. I have a degree.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There
Dude,
you
that's
go.
what matters.
There you
bro.
go. Yeah.
That's a big
Yeah.
win,
For sure.
especially coming from an immigrant background.
Yeah.
I think for all of us. Same for me, like accounting first. And I was like,
Oh,
what
you
am I
too.
doing in
Yeah,
accounting?
dude.
This is not for me. And then I went to tech.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing in tech still, but
We'll
here we
figure
are.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we did finance together.
Yeah.
Dang.
We did.
In this classroom.
In this classroom. Yeah, this is
This
the
classroom.
classroom that me and Daniel had together for a personal financial planning class. It was, yeah, dude, honestly, like, I'll take that back. I think personal financial planning is one of the most important things that people should be knowledgeable about, right? Not corporate finance, but personal financial planning, right? If you were able to like handle your money and budget and take care of it, like that's how you accumulate wealth. It's not just about earning money, it's about you handle it once you have it.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest lesson that I guess I learned from college is personal financial planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make money work for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So that was sophomore year, AK Psi.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, I mean, we didn't join it for too long. So what was it like afterwards? So I guess junior year and then senior year.
Yeah. So junior year and senior year, man, it's funny because like those are the years that I've started working, started learning how to earn money like on my own. Like no longer have to like steal shit, but now like I can use my whether it's talent or time in order to earn money. So I think it started with working at a nail salon as a receptionist, right? And then applying for a job at Marshall's, just stacking clothes, man. Like retail, hated that job.
Yeah.
And then Daniel hit me up. Was like, bro, you want to go mow lawns with me and Mauricio? And at that time, we were like, dude, I think that's when we started connecting again, right?
Yeah,
Being
we
friends. I
did.
was like, yo, like I'll do it. Yeah, cash money, let's do it,
You were working hard.
bro. 18 houses a day in the Texas heat.
Ooh, in
Yeah.
Texas heat. Bro, those are the days where we had like 3 months straight triple digit
Yeah,
weather and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was hot.
It was tough.
And then it wasn't only just mowing lawns. Like you were helping out other people move. Remember that time we helped?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Douglas move.
Yeah.
And then what
Yeah.
else? Just doing like bigger jobs. Like
Right.
you would show up and like do the mulching and
Yeah.
yeah, you were putting in work, man.
Like that was my first attempt into making money the honest way, and it felt good, man. Like I no longer had to steal shit, and to be able to know that I can generate income if I put enough work into it is life changing.
Yeah.
That switch that goes off in your head, I could never go back, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it just opened up my mind to a whole new world. So then after that, started getting into serving at Seaweed Movie Grill, and then we found Excel Technology. Shout
Yeah.
out to Leeson for showing us that.
Shout
Right?
out to the boy, Leezy F
boy.
baby.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how I walked into it.
Yeah. Dude. So then, doing all those, jobs here and there, like I was able to like, get some money going. But then like once I had money, I started just like partying and drinking again, and I started going to that same path that I was going down, before I got arrested. I remember during one of my binges junior year, I posted on Snapchat about it, and then I remember you specifically chatted me back saying, bro, focus. And I was like,
Dang.
damn, like for him to say something like that, like it must mean something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then like the next day I was like, all right, bet I'm just going to go like fucking focus. Let's try to just do some productive things. I remember that day I started applying for maybe like a couple jobs, 5 or 6 jobs online. And somehow I ran across like a KPMG position. I knew I was super unqualified for it. I didn't know shit. But I lied. I told them I was proficient in Excel.
Bro, you are.
You are,
No,
bro.
at that point, I wasn't, dude. I didn't know how to do anything, but just apply it anyways. Shoot your shot, and I was able to get an interview there, and eventually got an internship at KPMG.
Top 4, right?
Big four.
That's huge.
That was huge for the amount of knowledge or work that I put into it. Like, it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
And it changed the course of my life. Like, I didn't necessarily do a lot of things at KPMG, but just having that on a resume, like, helped me just secure a job
Yeah.
after I graduated.
Secure the
And
bag.
that changed my family's life. Like, we no longer had to stress about money, dude. And that was, like, one of the most, like, mentally freeing things, like, I saw in my parents, right? Like, they had a kid who's kind of, like, a fuck up, right? Getting in trouble with the law a lot and not knowing how, like, we were going to fare out as a family going forward. Like, it was, I think it was big for them and it's big for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
I remember you practicing before the interview, right? You were
Yeah.
trying to plan your pitch,
Yeah.
or like going to career fairs, suited up, and just shaking hands.
Yeah.
And it was new to all of us.
Yeah,
Right?
man.
We weren't used to it.
Yeah.
But dude, you were showing up to the career fair and passing out your resume,
Yeah.
and then you finally landed
Yeah.
that big internship.
Yeah. Dude, so shout out to Daniel and Louise because, like, the night before my interview, like, I went over to their house and they pretty much did a mock interview for me
Mm.
and asked me all these professional-ass questions that no one really asked me before. And that really helped me, like, get into the right mindset. And, dude, I killed that interview, like, because of you
Nice.
guys.
You
Clutch.
did. It's all you, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
Just
I
touching
can't
the
think
bar.
of any other two people to do a mock interview with than Daniel and his
Dude,
brother Luis.
straight up,
Yeah.
man. They know how the business world works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and then big shout out to you for not only like in a way I guess showing Thang how to make money with the hard days of work, but also to like just get him to focus. Right?
Dude, 100%.
Dude, it's all you, man.
Yeah.
All you.
Dude.
But yeah, remember, so that was in downtown, the KPMG
Mhm.
internship.
Mhm.
Remember whenever you would take the dart and like go all the way over there? Dude, that was a cool experience.
It was a cool experience.
Like, what are your key takeaways from that experience?
Hold on. That's a good question. I haven't really thought about it before.
You were also reading then. You started reading the book about introverts, right? Quiet.
No, quiet. You know, was that? No, that was after.
Oh, that
I
was
think-
after.
Yeah, yeah. But I remember, yeah, like taking a dart down to downtown Dallas. That was a unique experience for me because it was the first time I was disciplined. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like waking up at 5:30 in the morning, get ready to make sure I get to my dart station.
You couldn't
at
miss.
6:30. Yeah, I can't miss it, bro.
Yeah.
Can't miss it. To be able to do that every single day, 5 days a week for 3 months, it completely changed the way I operated as a person. Because before that, you know, like just used to waking up at 8 at the earliest, you know, and then just fuck around
Mm-hmm.
in class and not really doing anything. That experience like got me to straighten up. And without that habit change, like I don't think I was able to graduate college,
Mm.
to be honest with you. Shout out to you, man.
KPMG.
Yeah.
Dude,
So-
shout out to you.
Was it Excel first and then KPMG?
Yeah, Excel
Okay.
first, KPMG. And I think KPMG was the last job I had before graduating and getting the gig at Avanade.
Mm-hmm. Avanade. And that was your first corporate job.
Yeah.
Nice.
First corporate job.
How long were you there for?
A year and a half. Yeah. It was all the way in Irving, and yeah, I would take the dart every day, like an hour and a half over there. And that was the first time I started reading books. And that was really cool. It was very mind expanding. Like I've never read before, dude. Like from the day I was born to I want to say like 22 years old. Like I never really finished a book. Like I had to
Mhm.
read books in school because you had to, but on my own, never read until that point. Yeah, that changed my life too. To be
Dang.
able to know that there are ideas out there that you can just read, and those ideas become implanted in your mind, right? And those ideas float around and they intertwine with your ideas of
Mhm.
something that you had. And then when those interact with each other, like it creates like a brand new idea. It's kind of like idea sex, you know what I mean? And it creates like a baby idea that
Yeah.
It's a good way to put it.
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, so I love books, man.
What's your favorite book?
My favorite book, yeah, one of the best ones I recommended to you guys, which is Quiet, right? It by Susan Cain. It really helps break down the psychology of an introvert, which I think I am an introvert. Yeah, because of the whole experience growing up, you know, being isolated, it made me turn inwards and internalize things,
Mhm.
right? It made me think about things a lot more instead of just like blurring it out,
Mm.
because I couldn't blur it out. Like, who am
Mhm.
I gonna say it to?
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of like mental thoughts going on. So I always knew as an introvert, but after reading that book, man, like Susan Cain really helped show you like, okay, so you're an introvert, but these are the ways that you can incorporate into your life to where it can maximize your effectiveness in terms of communicating with other people,
Mm.
using your introvertedness
Mhm.
as a strength instead of being a weakness,
Mm.
right? Because like I feel like we're in an extroverted dominant culture, right? The more you're out there talking to people, like the more you're gonna succeed,
Mm-hmm.
right? But that book really showed you like, hey, like you can be quiet but also succeed at the same time.
Dude, you're so good with people. I think you are the most charismatic guy that I personally know.
Don't lie,
Check
bro.
this out. Dude, like, you just smile, and then people get happy. Like, they let their guards down, and then you
Mhm.
start the conversation. You're a friendly guy, man. And that's something that I admire about you. Like, you're super approachable, and the way that you apply that to your daily life is huge. And the way you apply it with Momo Shack, too. I think that that's one of the biggest things. Do you see that as well with like Momo Shack and just like in general nowadays?
I can kind of see that. Like you guys tell me that all the time, but like deep inside, I still feel like that kid who's like alone in his room.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And don't know how to talk to people. And I think my way of trying to like hide that is being friendly to people. You know what I mean? And somehow over the years, like I kind of like pick up like social cues of when people are like uncomfortable, when they're relaxed, when they're wanting to talk about something versus when they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say I'm okay at it. I want to be better. I really do want to be better. And it's going to take a lot more practice. And I'm super grateful for the Momo Shack experience because it allows me to get that hands-on experience of talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
The very first day at the farmer's market, man, like, dude, you get the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, what am I going to say to these people selling Himalayan dumplings? Bro, I'm Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've had momos like twice in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what am I going to say? But the fact that we're able to just like break that silence
Mm-hmm.
and just say hi to people. Like, hey, good morning.
Mm-hmm.
That was the big thing for me.
Yeah.
Not even like trying to sell them something, but just like, hey, good morning,
Mhm.
while keeping eye contact. Shit's
Yeah.
fucking hard, bro.
Yeah. Random
mean,
strangers walking
yeah,
by. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting rejected.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, we got rejected about at least 500 times, if not 1,000 times.
We did.
Yeah. Dude, we got rejected so hard.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you guys were always in the front and y'all would kill it. Yeah. It was crucial, man. It was like much needed, especially we didn't even know that we would have to really like talk to people, I guess. Like it was never something we thought of. We just knew just show up
Yeah.
and then figure the rest out.
Dude, you're right. We developed a pitch from nothing
On the spot.
on
yeah.
the spot, and like we were all like just trying to sell it, getting people to try it, getting
Yeah.
them excited.
Yeah.
Then without the samples, like we had to level up that pitch,
That
right,
pitch.
just to describe it well.
Right.
But yeah, I think overall, like, dude, you killed it. Just like learning from the mistakes, and I think that's another thing about you, that you go through something, and you learn from it, and then change it up and improve. So that's something that I've been seeing throughout the years.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I think for me, like one of the, you said it perfectly, is the philosophy of doing something, and the best teacher is experience, right? The experience that you get from going through anything, whether that's selling momos, right? Or going through the schooling system, or getting arrested, or just
Mhm.
hanging out with the wrong people. It all teaches you something, whether it's a failure or a success. Like you learn from it at the end of the day,
Yeah.
right?
Dude, just like with this podcast, like let's talk about what you do with the podcasting, right? All the behind the scenes, the wires, the sound, the mics, the camera stand, like you name it. That's all you, bro. We're just like, hey, we just got to show up and figure out how to like have a conversation. Dude, super thankful for taking care of all that stuff. So I guess talk us through what it is exactly that's going on in your mind whenever you're like, you know, okay, we're about to start a podcast. Like, what's the first thing that you think of?
Dude, so I mean, the very first time that we even brought this up, like, okay, let's do a podcast, And I'm like, all right, bet, let's do a podcast. I didn't know shit about doing a podcast, right? So that night, dude, came home and like I started just enrolling to YouTube University,
Nice.
right? Just going down the rabbit hole like 3 or 4 hours, like late into the night, just like researching what kind of equipment, what audio things that we need, what kind of mics. There's so many different types of mics, and then like once you get the mic, like how are you gonna like record the audio? Are you gonna like connect it to the computer? Are you gonna have like a mixer? And then that's just the audio version. I started just diving into like the camera too, right? What is the best type of camera? I still don't know what the best type of camera is, but we just got one, and then we'll find out as we go. We learn from it, right?
Yeah.
If it's not good, like what's not good about it? Let's try to find something that has something better, right?
I know what the best type of camera is.
What kind of camera?
Whatever camera you say. Bro.
Appreciate that, bro.
You're like, this is what I recommend.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah,
that's very
done.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, and it's that is absolutely crucial, right? Because I'm not really the type to really dive into things like that. I'm more like I just need to know some basics, and then we'll
Right.
get started. But with you being there, like it helps us out a lot.
Dude,
a lot.
yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's like the
you're the real
technical
MVP,
director.
bro.
MVP.
Young Thang, young Thang.
Dude. Hey man, like appreciate you guys for letting me do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I would say like I'm still a rookie in this like technical game, but it's very fun for me to like gather all these research and have you guys trust me enough to make that executive decision on like what we're gonna do with it. That's awesome, man. Like it makes me feel valued. You know what I mean? And yeah, it can only get better from here. Because I mean, to everyone who's listened to our episodes, like, dude, episode 0, audio wise, is fucking terrible. You hear everything in the background.
We recorded it on the phone, right?
Yeah, we could on the phone.
On the iPhone.
Yeah. And then gradually, like, you listen to it and you kind of pinpoint out, like, what was it that we messed up, right? Was it the location? Was it, like, us banging on the table? Was it, like, the app that we were using? Like, was it the right program? Like, you learn from all of it after you do it.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
you can't, you don't know during, but you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So continuous improvement. You love to get into the process, into the nitty gritty of stuff, and like figure it out, which is crucial. What are some other things that you really enjoy? It doesn't have to be Momo Shack related, but just in general.
What I really enjoy. It's a great question, man. Like, I enjoy nature. Like, for me, like, being in nature is just one of the best therapeutic escapes from the daily stresses. And, like, I love exploring new trails. I love going out and just setting up my hammock, just enjoying the breeze, thinking about whatever that's on my mind. Yeah, dude, like something that I really enjoy is not doing anything. That's some of the best days I've had. It's just me sitting in a field, lighting a J, and just think about life, what I can do better, you know, what I did good and what I should continue doing, and what I should stop doing. I like reflecting on life. You know what I mean? I enjoy reading. I love listening to podcasts.
I think what you just said there is pretty key, like reflecting on life, like reflecting on what you've done, what you should keep doing, and what you should stop doing.
Yeah.
Right? I think a lot of people probably are in that same cycle. So for you to do that often and, you know, kind of make it like your core, your DNA, that just means, you know, continuous improvement, like I said earlier, which is key. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I think, yeah, I truly believe, like, life's about balance. You know what I mean? Like, for us, like, we work fucking hard because we have, you know, a full-time job and Momo Shack at the same time, right? Like, we're going 150 miles per hour doing all of this. And it gets tough, sometimes when you don't get the chance to recharge and take a step back from it and just look at what the fuck we're actually doing and talk about it. Yeah, I think the balance is like, for every 150 miles per hour that you do, just have a session to where like you going 0 miles per hour and just reflect in that stillness. I think it's much needed.
Dude, yeah. No, that's key. Taking some time to think about life and then using that moving forward. Is there like a perfect camping day for you? Like you could go anywhere. It can be outside of the U.S. and you want to go camping there, and just like break it down to us.
Yeah. Dude, yes. I do have that in mind. I've been thinking about it. So it would have to be somewhere along the Rockies, right? I prefer the Rocky side of the U.S. versus the Appalachian side. Like the trees are different, the mountains are different. So somewhere along the Rockies, it has to have like a base lake, right? And how you get up there, I prefer it not to be like a strenuous hike.
Yeah.
I prefer it, 4 to 6 miles tops. Because I don't know, dude, my legs can't handle that shit. More than that, like I start cramping. It's not a good time. So yeah, 4 to 6, hike up, make it like a little bit challenging, but not too challenging to where I'm like exhausted. Yeah, hike up to that base lake, pitch up my tent, and then fish for my meal. Well, ideally, I would want to catch one, you know what I mean, and not go hungry. But yeah, I feel like that would be like the ideal camping scenario. And it has to be like clear skies, no raining.
Yeah, so 70s.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sounds pretty fun, man.
Yeah, take us, bro. We're ready.
Bro, I've been trying to tell y'all, like, you should go with me, but you
We'll
don't.
get a cabin.
Yeah.
Well, these guys are about glamping, man.
Dude, my first time, I guess, I don't know what you would call this, but camping. We went camping. My first time, like, legit pitching a tent, camping was with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
with you and Sass, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done that because I think it's more like you do it with your family as, when you're growing up here, but
Yeah.
we never really did it.
Yeah.
So,
Bro, we should go, man. I think for me, dude, the very first time I went camping solo, for me, that was such a big thing. Being in the woods as like developing man, like it was like a rite of passage in a way. I feel like guys should go out into nature and just like soak in that silence, because that's what a man needs, you know what I mean? Just silence away from all the stresses of women. Yeah.
What do you mean, bro?
No.
Can you elaborate?
No, that's for the next episode, bro.
next episode.
Yeah.
Next episode.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I feel like we should all go, because I think it's good to unplug away from civilization. Like, we can get some pretty good ideas going while just like sitting by a campfire and just.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm a city
Dude,
boy.
honestly, like we can start with glamping if you guys want. Just like introduce you to it, and then if you like it, we'll go. If not, we'll do glamping again until you like it, and then we'll go.
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah, let's do it.
2021.
We'll pick a
do
day.
it. Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Dude, so you also love traveling. Tell us about the different countries you've been to.
Honestly, haven't been too much. I've been to Thailand, Mexico, Brazil, Vietnam, and Nepal. So that's like only 5 countries. You know what I mean? But for me, dude, like I never got to go anywhere growing up. So when I do go, I make it kind of extra.
You go ham.
I go ham. Just being extra about it on IG. So excuse me.
Speaking of IG, what's the handle?
Thangling 93.
Thangling 93.
Yeah.
All right.
Check him out.
Yeah.
DM him.
Yeah.
Any personal questions? Send it his way.
Yeah, send it my way. Got you.
Yeah. So 5 countries, dude, but 5 countries like very different countries,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
how has that experience been for you? And I guess what country do you have on your radar next?
Dude, the trip that we went on to Thailand, me, you, and Sass, like that trip completely changed my life and how I look at things. It taught me a lot about myself, on how I respond to the unknown, right? That was the first time like I travel internationally besides Vietnam, and first time I traveled internationally without my parents, which is with two of my boys, in Thailand, being 25 years old. Like, bro, yeah, that was a great time. We were able to like meet so many people, and for me to like meet new people like that, like it was just super new. It was fun. Like,
You're good at it.
trying.
No, you're a beast, man.
Yeah.
That trip like changed my life. I would say like the rest of the countries that I've been to, they've always been like on my radar. Like for Nepal, right? Momo Shack, of course. And Vietnam, it was just me paying homage to, is it homage or homage? I don't know.
Guess
I
we'll
don't
look
know.
it up.
Yeah. Guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, paying tribute.
Tribute. There we go.
Yeah, to my motherland. All right, so you have to. Brazil, I went there. I think I've always had a fascination with Brazilian culture. Like growing up, like my favorite soccer team was Brazil. Like I grew up in, I would say like Brazil's like golden age when you had like Ronaldinho, the other Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Yeah. Right. Roberto Carlos. Yeah. Like I remember like watching them as a kid, like every single match. Like in Vietnam, I would follow them, like wake up at like 2 a.m. just to catch a match just like in South America. So I loved them growing up. So when I had the chance to go with Sass, bro, I took it right away. So that was my Brazil trip. And then Mexico, yeah, man, like I grew up with Hispanics for like 3 years of my life in ESL. And Mexico is right next door. You know what I mean? So I had to. Like I love the food, I love the culture, I love the people. So it's something that I'm always going to explore. Like it's just a huge country.
Yeah.
There's so many parts. Definitely want to go back.
The music.
Music, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. And you got 2 tattoos in one of those trips, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about it? They're pretty cool, man.
Yeah. This one right here, I got in Nepal, and this is the eyes of Buddha, right? Is like a symbol for Nepali Buddhism / Hinduism. And for me, I've always been an atheistic kind of person. Growing up, my parents are like Buddhists, but they didn't really like force us to do anything. So I didn't really follow it. I was subscribing hard to like the scientific culture, just you can't prove it, then like you can't prove it. But yeah, like once I got started into like meditation and all of that, like, I started getting to like the more spiritual realm. And going to Nepal, dude, like that was one of the biggest religious country that I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. So like just walking around the place, like you can feel there's some sense of spirituality like within everybody, right? Old, young, men, women, just everyone's religious. So that was actually pretty cool for me to see. So like this symbol, man, like is plastered everywhere in Nepal, like in all the temples, even on houses they have it. So yeah, I just want to pay tribute to that religion of the country. I want this arm to be just like religions of the world.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So on the back I have like a Thai Buddhist scripture, and then this, the Nepali Buddhism eyes, and I don't know what else I'm gonna get next, but I want it to be like religion inspired. Yeah. And then this one I got in Vietnam, and it's a turtle. I don't know if you see it. Turtle with half traditional style of a turtle and the other is like geometric. And this is a tribute to my mom. Her name is Wee, which is also the
the name of the turtle in Vietnamese. The turtle is one of the 4 sacred animals in the Vietnamese culture. Stands for longevity and wisdom. And my mom is the one that I would say like has been guiding my moral compass growing up. Like she's the reason why I do things. Yeah, just want to get a tribute for her on this arm. And yeah, like funny story, like I got this tattoo for free at the hostel I stayed at. Like they had
Free's the way to go, bro.
yeah, they had a raffle for it, and dude, I don't think anybody participated in the raffle. So then and the person I am, I struck up a conversation with the owner of the hostel in Vietnamese, in my broken ass Vietnamese. And it was like, yo, like, you know, can I, like, if no one's gonna get it, like, you think I can get it? You know, give me a little Vietnamese discount. And he was like, yeah, sure. Like, you can have all the raffles.
Mm-hmm.
And so I gave Leeson got a free tattoo too.
Yeah.
Off of it. So
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
your charms, bro. I'm telling you, I benefited off of it. I just gotta like tag along, and then everything is.
I got you, bro.
Everything else is tattoos. Nice.
Yeah.
It's the secret. Just hang out with Thang.
That's Thang's secret sauce.
Just a smile.
The charms.
Yeah.
Smile. But yeah, looking at you guys with the mic, we're starting to talk about hip hop.
Dude, speaking of hip hop, so I know hip hop was a big thing for you as well growing up. So take us back to like when you first moved here, and then how that correlates to just hip hop and how that helped you, you know, I guess acclimate to the culture here.
Dude, for me, like hip hop was my bridge to pop culture. So at a very young age, you know, coming here, I noticed that whatever that's popular in school or like the popular culture, it stems from like the biggest hits that's going around at that time, right? Any dances that was going off, it's because of a rap song.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember like Lean With It, Rock With It, right? 2-Step, Walk It Out. So just me like observing the culture through hip hop, like whatever was popping, like I gotta listen to it just so like I can relate to my classmates at school. But at the same time, I didn't understand any of it. I'm still learning English. I didn't understand any of the songs. I just know it's catchy and people like it. So fuck it, I like it too. You know, it's like all the popular songs when I was growing up before I knew English. It was like, you know, 50 Cent, Eminem, you know, Usher, Chris Brown, T-Pain, bro. Dude, I was like, yeah, 12, 13, you know, being a super fob.
Mm-hmm.
Never been to a strip club in my life, but listening to T-Pain, bro, like, bro, I'm in love with a
You're-
stripper too. You know?
I don't know what
Yes.
it's like, man, but
Yeah. Yeah, and then who else was like popular that I like just listened to? Yeah, I think those were like the main ones, you know. 50 Cent and Eminem, they were pretty big. Like, 50 Cent's crew, like G-Unit.
G-Unit.
Oh,
Listening
yeah.
to G-Unit.
The Game.
Yeah, Lloyd Banks,
Lloyd
The Game,
Banks, Tony Ayo.
Tony Yayo, Young Buck.
Young Buck.
Oh my God. All right. And after that, there was this time in hip hop where y'all remember like the 50 Cent and Kanye West feud
Oh, yeah.
between the two albums.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was towards the end of my ESL career. Like that's when I started learning more English. I understand it now. I like researched into the feud, right? And I was like, who's this Kanye West guy? I started listening to his music, and it was like, wow, comparing to Kanye West's music to like 50 Cent's music is very different. 50 Cent was like very thug,
Mm-hmm.
right? Very streets. Like you sell drugs, you get shot. Like when I started understanding it, I was like, bro, I don't relate to any of this,
Mm-hmm.
right? But like Kanye West though, like you know, you're not even rapping about being thug. Like you're rapping about pink polos and you rapping about sampling gospel music,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just making like good music without the need to incite violence or drug. Started really like vibing with that. And from Kanye West comes Kid Cudi. So that was very pivotal for my like development. You know, whenever I couldn't hang out with anyone, not have anyone to like, you know, talk to, like Kid Cudi talked to me, bro. Like he was
Yeah.
the one that kind of like revolutionized the emotional rapper.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that talked about like, yo, like I'm Mr. Solo Dolo, like it's okay, like being alone, like I've been alone, and I tapped into that. So like 9th and 10th grade, bro, Man on the Moon was my album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after that, I still, hung on to like the popular music as a way to like understand like what's going on.
Culture.
Right,
Yeah.
the culture. I think I was really vibing to like the culture of like the high school kids at that time, which is like Wiz Khalifa and
yeah.
Mac Miller when they were like coming up in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Right,
mixtapes, man.
mixtapes, dude, those were fire. I say like old Wiz is better than the new Wiz, 100%. But yeah, that was like junior and senior year, like listening to Wiz and Mac before I even like smoke weed. It's like listening to them because I love their flow and their music. So after that, graduated high school, going to college, dude, I'm so grateful to be in college, right? Experience that freedom and listening to whatever you can find on the internet, because that was the age of like the blog,
Mm-hmm.
right? You find new music through the blog, and that was when like the golden generation of hip hop was putting out music via the internet. So you have like Big Sean, ASAP Rocky, that's when Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole were coming out with their like freshman albums, right?
Mhm.
Like, dude, that was hot. I remember like listening to them. You got like the young G-Eazy, you got Logic. I listened to all of them, and they grew as I grew as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like when you start hitting the sophomore albums, like that's when they got better, and that's when like we got better as people. We understood more.
Mm-hmm.
So I really vibe with that. And one of the biggest influences during that time too was Childish Gambino. So he was the first rapper that really like took it to the mainstream, the subjects of like being made fun of and being bullied and not fitting in.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely vibe with that. And he was one of my favorites, still is, like, artists
Mm-hmm.
to this day. My very first concert was Childish Gambino Camp. Legendary, dude.
Which-
One of the best shows.
Which venue?
I think it was Southside Ballroom.
Nice.
Yeah, best show I've ever been to. It was first show. And yeah, like, I think the golden generation of hip hop was really like what influenced me as a person, dude. Just even like just Cole, Kendrick, and Drake
Mm-hmm.
when they were just dropping albums after albums after albums. Like that's all that's all I would bump to.
Dude, that
like,
was
in the car.
fire.
That was fire,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah,
Marvin's Room.
Marvin's Room, Pound Cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were the plug for sure. Like
do
finding out new music and then being like, "Hey man, listen to this." Like I remember we were working out one time. I think we were doing triceps. And then you're like, "Bro, I found this dope artist. Nobody knows about him." And it was G-Eazy.
G-Eazy,
Dude.
bro.
Wow.
And I was like, "Dude, this is pretty
Yeah.
good."
Bro, the young G-Eazy was fucking prime. Like when he was still making his own beats, and he was like, still hungry from New Orleans. He was still in college. Bro, he goes hard. Man, I miss it. I miss those days, like finding out new music on the blog.
What about current hip hop artists? Are you keeping up with what's new?
Yeah. I would say like I really like J. Cole still. Like I think he's still one of the top dogs in the hip hop game. Kendrick too. Like he hasn't dropped an album for a bit, but I think once he does drop, it's gonna be bars. Right now, like I really like Dreamville. Like the whole Dreamville crew, like they have special talent, man.
Mm-hmm.
And not just like individual talent, like they work very well together and they make very good collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like Revenge of the Dreamers 3, fucking fire, dude. Artists that are about like the collaboration culture too. Like I really dig that. Instead of like, just me making my own song, like, yo, like let's come into the studio together and just make a banger together.
Yeah.
And I think it resonates with me because that's what we're about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like each of us can do our own thing, but we know that when we combine our efforts together and everything,
Mm-hmm.
it will be a lot better than how we could do it individually.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, what's your like dream collab of artists? You can't say the Momo Boys.
Yeah, Momo Boyz.
Might drop a song.
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah. Great question, dude. I would say dream collab. That's hard. Like of current artists?
Just whoever you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the charms, bro. You can make it happen.
Smile.
Just smile.
Bro, that's hard.
Do you have one, Daniel?
Yeah. Well, you think you can go first while I think about this?
Let me think about it.
I have one.
Go
Dude,
ahead.
go for
It's
it.
3.
Yeah.
So Drake, J. Cole, and The Weeknd.
Okay.
Ooh, I can see that.
Okay. Okay.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fire.
Yeah.
I want to say Kendrick and Bino and Cole goes in on a Cole produced beat.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Sounds like fire, dude.
Yeah.
Dang. There's also Kanye. I forgot about
Dude.
Kanye.
Yeah. No, Kanye's a producer now, bro.
Kanye
Like,
produced beats.
yeah.
Dude, I would go with Jay-Z, Meek Mill, and then throw something from the West Coast. Think Roddy Rich.
Roddy Rich.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude.
Dude, he got a nice flow.
He does,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yo, so like, let me ask y'all something. What are y'all looking for in like a good hip hop song? Like, what are the things that you look for in a good song?
Dang.
Dude, the beat is
Okay.
what catches my attention
Yeah.
first, then the message and the flow. I think that's why I picked those top 3, because of their message
Yeah.
of just like working, hustling,
Yeah.
and that's what I play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say beat for sure because that's attention, right off
Mhm.
the bat.
Mhm.
And then the hook or the chorus. That's where The Weeknd comes in.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then the message. So that's, Cole, Drake,
Okay.
Heartbreak Drake.
Yeah. Heartbreak Drake. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Dude, for me, like, I think first and foremost, like, you gotta have flow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you gotta bring some bars, and then is the message and the beat. Like, I think the beat can. No, actually, no. No. Okay, beat goes third. Okay, so flow, message, beat. But I think you gotta have all 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's my like order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crucial.
Yeah.
All 3.
Yeah.
All 3.
Yeah, you gotta have all
order
3.
you
yeah,
need
yeah,
it.
yeah.
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 Nice.
You used to rap back in the day.
No, I didn't.
like, right.
No, I didn't.
Right. Some flows and rhymes, right? Just, are you thinking about dropping something soon?
I mean, maybe 2021, bro. Okay, so drop a comment below. See if you want a Momo Boyz collab on a rap song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If y'all want it, we'll make it happen.
Yeah. Just give us a beat too.
I'm not a rapper though.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a rapper.
Nope. Not a rapper.
Yeah.
It would be fun, though.
Yeah.
Something new. Experience is
Yeah.
the best teacher. So
Yeah.
we'll find out.
We'll find out.
SoundCloud rappers.
SoundCloud rappers.
Let's make it happen.
Nice. Should we get into some IG questions?
Damn,
We had some
let's do
IG
it.
questions come
Ooh.
through. Yeah.
Is it gonna be spicy?
Yeah, a little spicy.
Alright,
You got them
alright.
too?
Let's see. Did you already pull it up?
Yeah.
Okay, we can.
Yeah, we'll bounce back and forth. I'll send it to you real quick. All right, sweet. So, started this for Daniel's episode, right?
Mhm.
Episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
Basically asking questions, or putting a survey out there for you guys to ask the guest of each podcast, whatever questions you want. So, got some lined up for Thang. You want to go for it?
All right. Yep. Let's see. Okay, so we have the first question, and it's: were you just born cute, or what's your secret? I love you,
Damn. Who's that from?
Chad.
Okay. I love you, Chad. But dude, I got it from my mama, man. I think a lot of my facial structure is from my mom, and like my charm is like from her too. Yeah, I got it from my mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mama Thang.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Nice. All right, so this one's from your sister, and she's asking, what dish are you trying to perfect in 2021?
Ooh. Tough one. Dude, I want to say, okay, so when I went to Mexico back in 2019, me and Sass were in Oaxaca, walking around at 2 a.m. We found this like random taco stand. walked up and they had barbacoa tacos.
Mm.
Dude, hands down, one of the best barbacoa I've ever had to this day. And it was just something so soulful about it, man. Like the meat was super tender and juicy. It has the right amount of fat on it. And not only that, dude, they give you like a bowl of soup that they made the barbacoa in. And that, dude, it just hit me in the soul. So I really want to recreate that Oaxacan barbacoa this year.
Nice.
Yes.
That sounds great.
Let us know, man. when you
Yeah,
do it.
if
Yeah,
you need
yeah,
to
I got
test it
you, I
out,
got
you
you,
know,
yeah.
go to-
All right, another question by Mike McLean. How do you get that shine and bounce in your hair?
Damn. Dude, shout out to coconut oil. Like, it's just so crucial to the hair game. Like, if you're out there trying to, like, improve the health of your hair, bro, put some coconut oil on it before you shower. Yeah, just let it do its thing. Just don't shampoo your hair too often. And when you do, like, make sure you put coconut oil on before, like 20 to 30 minutes before, and then just, like, wash it off.
Yeah.
It's going to do wonders.
Is there a brand that you recommend? Asking for a friend.
Bro, honestly, like, I don't know, like, the details of, like, the brand. I just get coconut oil from the store.
Okay.
The cheapest kind.
It's a secret. It's a secret.
Yeah, it's a secret.
Great value.
All right, bet. All right, so this one is from Lori. So, at what moment in your life did you figure out who you were and what you were about?
Whew. Damn. It's a deep-ass question.
Mm-hmm.
At what moment? Man, dude, I think, like, for me, the moment where I made that phone call to my dad while I was in jail.
Oof.
Yeah, like, yo, can you come and pick me up? I'm at the city jail, and I could hear his voice, like, trembling in the background. You know, like, that just struck a different chord within me. Like, dude, I do not want to be in the same situation ever again. And yeah, everything that I did after that was to further distance myself away from that lifestyle. And yeah, I would say, like, that moment was when I just had my mental state just flipped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
That's tough, man. I it's unfortunate, you know, what happened, but it's good in a way that it happened because
Right.
it made you the person you are today,
Right.
you know?
Dude,
so,
and I always think about it, like, if that didn't happen, like, who knows where I would be today. Like, I would
Mhm.
probably be still hanging with that same dude, going down some, like, darker paths that you might not know about.
yeah.
So I'm grateful that it happened, and it taught me so much.
Yeah, dude, and thank you for sharing that too. You know, like, I think people listening can, if anyone's going the wrong direction,
Yeah.
you know, or whatever,
Just
like,
don't be like
learn
Thang.
from it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I went through it, so you don't have to. So
Yeah, no, that's big, man. You sharing that to the entire world, and like you mentioned, Leeson, like, sometimes events like that are needed for us to grow as people, and the best thing you can do is learn from it, not let it happen again.
yeah.
yeah.
And then so the last question, man, was who are your top influencers at the moment?
Damn.
That was by Lori, by the way.
Bye, Lori. Dude, shout out to Lori. Shout out to you and Baby P.
Lori, shout out to you.
Yeah.
Just while
Yeah,
pointing to the
just point-
camera.
We're pointing at the camera, just in case you're listening through Spotify.
There you go, Clutch.
Top influencers, huh? I would say you guys. Right, you guys influence me a lot. We've talked about it before, but y'all are, like, very objective based people. Like, you set goals and you go out and you do it because you know you have to crush those goals, right? So me hanging out with you guys, like, it really pushed me to get out of my comfort zone, right, and actually create goals and crush it too, right? Because I'm more of like in the process. I love the process, going through the process, but it's harder for me to start the process. AKA I'm lazy as shit, right? But hanging out with you guys, like, it motivates me to like just get out of bed in the morning and just like do productive things, right? So shout out to you guys for that. Like, shout out to Sass too. Like, he's also one of my biggest influences in my life. Like, the reason I'm growing out my hair is Sass convinced me to. It looks beautiful. Like, I want to be beautiful too, right?
You are.
It's like,
You're beautiful.
Bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you guys, and I said, like, outside of that, bro, Anthony Bourdain was a really big influence in my life. Like, he taught me so much about cultures all around the world while I'm just sitting there watching TV. Like, I didn't get to go anywhere, but like, he was able to bring the world to me, and his vision and his thoughts on things, it was very unique, and it just highlights cultures in a very different way that no one can able to replicate. Like, bro, I miss his voice,
Man, yeah.
you know. So Bourdain was one. Joe Rogan is a big one. Like, I fucking love his podcast, and just like the guests that he bring on and the conversations that they have completely changed my life. Like, my very first job, you know, while I was reading books, going to Irving, you know, in that train, like, I would binge on Rogan's podcast too. And it taught me a lot about like being your own like individual person and like having passions and interests. Right? Because I didn't really have a positive role model growing up. Like, my dad was kind of distant. Like, he was there, but he was distant. So I didn't really have anyone to like talk about the manhood journey too. Like, you guys are the first, but like Rogan was like a big impact in terms of just giving you a sense of direction on what to do as a man. So I appreciate him for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was the last one. Bro, straight up, like, Chef Ray
Shout out.
is a very, very influential figure, like, in my life. Like, for someone that I know, right? Like I said, like, you know, I didn't have like a positive, big, older person to like look up to, and Chef Ray was that for me when we met her. Like, she became like a Jihai, which is like the older sister that just tells you about life, like, in like the most non-filtered way. Like, she tells you how to like stand up for yourself and like take no shit from anyone, right? Dude, growing up in like an Asian household, you're taught to be very obedient and like just answer to whatever the authority figure says. But like, dude, Chef Ray like taught me how to say no when you're not comfortable with it, and that's huge. Like, in every aspect of your life, you gotta be firm with your own like boundary, or else you get stepped on. And that's what I was being. Like, I was being stepped on for the majority of my life until we met Chef. You know what I mean? And yeah, so shout out to Chef, man. It's life changing.
Yeah. Chef Ray Sandwich Hag
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
off of Lamar.
And we just know where it is based on the landmark. We don't know the streets.
We're Plano guys.
Yeah, we're Plano kids.
But yeah, shout out to her, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice. Awesome, dude. Well, thanks a
Yeah.
lot for sharing your story with us
Dude,
again.
Thank you guys for asking, because like, this is the first time that I've said it to anyone in public. Like, people in my, like, close people in my life knew bits and pieces, but this is the first time that I was able to like connect it all together. And
Yeah.
it was based on you guys' questions and the way you led it. I really appreciate y'all for doing that.
We appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
Proud
you.
of you.
How does it feel?
Dude, it feels like a load off of my shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it feels a lot lighter now.
Nice.
That's good,
Crushed
man.
it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Boom.
Good stuff.
I hope you guys enjoyed bits and pieces of my life and how I am the way that I am. Probably going to do more of these, you know, because there's other stages of life where like we haven't talked about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the times we were in college together.
Yeah.
Like we still got to talk about
Yeah.
that.
More to come.
More to come.
Yeah. Episode 7.
Yeah.
Chef Minu, and then keep going.
Dude, I'm excited for the Chef Me News episode.
Me too.
It's gonna be a whole switch up.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Let's do
It's a
it.
wrap.
Thank
See
you
y'all.
guys.
Peace.
Appreciate you.